Yes, indeed. Looks like we are live. There we go. So let me get this. Boom. Copy. Back to my page. And then we're gonna do it like that. Okay. Copy. And now I won't paste it. Boy, yeah. Hey y'all. We are still here. We're still here. Bear with us for a second. First time we doing this. First time we doing this thing. Copy. It's not letting us copy. Oh yeah. Anybody want to help us out with this? It worked out fine the first time. It's cold blooded, man. Oh well. Should have left it like it was a while ago, huh? Is that what you was thinking? Because it still say private. It still says private. Okay. Man, I really want to do this. But guess we're gonna have to wait. So yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. One more time. Let me try one more time. There we go. There we go. All right. Get some water. Get some water. Get some water. Look at your eye.
How they feel too.
You side eye me from
No,
from the YouTube.
first of all,
You side eye me
you
on the
know,
Facebook
I'm
app.
not necessarily a morning
I
person.
do know. I do know.
And usually going workout will wake me up, but I'm
Yeah.
doing this before that because you have meetings.
Uh,
So Yeah.
Okay, see this
And
this
and
oh, and what?
your spouse is not a morning person per se. I love getting things done in the morning, but I'm different. I'm a little different than you when it comes to morning. You get up bubbly, ready to take charge of the day and just like happy and things, and I have to work myself into
You gotta work yourself into it.
it. I
You ain't
mean, it's
lying.
true.
You ain't lying.
It's true.
Like Will I am. So you say, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. So welcome to Better Marriage Daily, y'all. Sorry we're trying to get that right. We're trying to make this thing happen because we're doing something a little different today because like she said, my schedule's
Your
been kind of
schedule.
busy.
And I've been busy too.
Oh, come on, busy. Come on, busy.
Come on,
Come on, busy.
busy,
Yeah, she
traveling.
disappearing, going over to Galveston, going over to Galveston for the Memorial Day weekend with the fam.
Had a blast.
So yeah, so what we talking about today, y'all? Did I do the whole intro?
Yes, you did.
But I didn't
you
do it
want to
right,
do it
huh?
again.
I didn't do it right, huh?
Run it back.
Okay, well, look, welcome to Better Marriage Daily again, where we give you tips on how to love each other in spite of each other so that you can, in fact, have a better marriage daily. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And we started again.
Yes.
So look here, y'all. But today what we're talking about is both being firstborns. Can it work?
It can.
How can it work?
Yes.
How can it work?
And how does it work for us?
And how does it work for us? Well, that's some good. Look at you adding topics and stuff. Come on now. So okay, so in general, so for you, being a firstborn, what do you think a trait of a firstborn is?
To be a leader, to show if you have siblings, under you, to show them the way while you're figuring it out,
Oh, you went straight to the whole to that point.
While you're figuring it out. Because you're trying to navigate that thing, responsibility, how number one, taking charge, responsibility, all of that.
Come on. So the way I see firstborn, like with everything you just said, but we generally like, I think, did you say take charge? Yeah, we generally like to take charge. Generally. like generally we like to take charge.
Generally, yes.
And so that's one thing, and responsible, and we're always, and we're also like mothering, fathering.
Yes.
Yes,
we learned to do that.
We learned to do that. We because we were the surrogate parents. Because when we grew up, we were the surrogate parents.
Yes.
Because, parents would leave. And once you became 12 to 14 years old, legally they could leave you alone.
Yes.
And they would leave you alone.
And the laws were different.
The laws were different. And we ain't killed nobody. Ain't nobody got killed. Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? We were very
given a list of the do's and the don'ts.
Don't open my door. Don't answer my phone.
Don't go outside while we're not here.
Oh yeah. And if somebody knock on the door and it ain't us, do not answer it. I don't care if it's my mom and papa. I say don't answer it.
I'm gonna call you and let you know that they're on the way. I'll give you permission to open the door. Other than that, they're gonna stand outside.
They're gonna stand outside. I remember one time, Dad had told me, he said, okay, y'all told us, but of course, he was telling me. He said, y'all stay at the house, don't go nowhere. Right? And so, I'm cool with it. I'm watching TV, we all good. And my little badass little sister, mischievous, like to get me in trouble all the time. The only whippings I got was because of her. Mostly. I only got like a few of them. I don't like pain.
Right, me.
I learn quickly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of that. I don't want no smoke. I legit don't want no smoke. No. You know what I'm saying?
Don't like being grounded. None of that.
Yep. And so, look, and I love my sister to life. I ain't gonna lie, but all the scars I got on me is because of her going. she would come. My mom used to call her a little wasp. Look at that little wasp. He said she'll wait she'll wait.
She was patient.
She'll come
Very
back.
patient.
And then whenever I, it's over with or whatever, she come back and just scratch me, not chasing, and she go run to them. And I couldn't get her. But you know what I started telling her when she got a little older? I said, it's okay. They got to leave. And when they leave, you with me.
You know they're going to leave you with me.
You know they're going to leave you with me. And I'm going to get you. And she used to be mad when she would come. She would fight. She was fighting. I'd be like, you can't hit me. You can't. That would make her so mad. But anyway, on this day, Daddy said, don't go nowhere. I was like, I I wasn't tripping. My uncle lived down the street. No big deal, right? So Erica's playing around and stuff, and she's like, it's not good enough for her. And so
she wanted to venture out.
So she made a phone call to my Uncle Ron's house. And well, she made a phone call. I don't know who she called. But then she said, I called Dad and them, and they said we could go down the street. So we're down the street. Right? We outside, we kicking it, you know what I'm saying? We have fun. We just hanging out, whatever, Uncle Ron outside, you know what I'm saying? And then, there was a T, the road ended up in a T. And if you go right, you go to my Uncle Ron's house, you go left, you go to our house. So, Dad and them came back. I saw the car, we chilling, it ain't no big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. And she called, right? He sees, he turns the street, he makes that right turn instead of a left turn, right? Comes down there, we talk to my Uncle Ron, hey, blah, blah, blah. He look at me and say, hey, thought I told y'all not to go nowhere. I said, but Eric called and she said y'all could. He said, I told you, y'all not supposed to go nowhere. It's okay. It's okay.
It was not okay.
And I now hear myself saying that. Oh, it's okay.
You do say
Man,
that.
as much as I don't want to do stuff like my daddy, doing stuff like my daddy, right? It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
and needless to say, I got that tune up when we got back home, and I was so mad, and she got nothing.
Yeah,
because I was responsible.
Oh yeah,
I was responsible.
I got in trouble a lot.
You got a story like that?
I do. But no.
Oh, Angela got you in trouble.
Angela, yeah.
You got any funny ones?
My sister under me, no. She was always. It's too many to talk about.
You have one funny one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, it was like she was always this. I mean, it's funny how because we have taken on the responsibility and the role of like a little parent. It's like we allow them to get us in trouble to number one, not tell the whole truth and about things, and they can sway us in ways. And man, I remember my parents was like, you are the oldest. I don't know why you let them, because it was 3 under me, let them talk you into things, you know what I'm saying? Because you know better. And that was the thing, but they, it happens. I'm sure a lot of first children.
I know, but you ain't got no story you can share.
No, I'm not.
It's funny
that I got. Yeah.
She just convinced you to
do
do
was
stuff?
like this little on my shoulder, like, I know Daddy said or Mama said, no, we couldn't do that. No, they're not gonna find out.
Oh, that's why. Because all the stories are they're not gonna find out, and they're still living.
My mom and daddy, 80 and almost 81.
Yeah.
No, I'm not telling those stories.
That's funny.
And it happened several times.
That's
funny. Several times. But what I realized too is that those were things that I wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
So I couldn't like blame them.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do it. I just needed an excuse or to
you just need a
little push. You know what I'm saying?
And like the devil, surely you won't die.
Yes,
surely you won't die.
That part. And this guy has gotten it wasn't funny then, but as we got older, I mean, it's hilarious now because we tell them stories. And my parents just laugh. And since some things every once in a while we'll give them stories they've never heard.
But they'll be like, oh,
and they would just laugh.
Pick your switch.
They just laugh.
At 80 years old, go pick your switch.
We would have found out. Oh, we know Yeah.
Go pick your
Yeah.
switch. So so okay, so that's one thing. Being the oldest, you're responsible.
Mhm.
But in the relationship, how do you find that, being in relationship with another firstborn?
Mhm.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm
Being in a relationship with another firstborn, how do you find that being what are the difficulties? What are some of the rubs, the rubbing points, sticking points?
fighting for territory. That's the honest truth. Fighting for territory.
Come on.
Oh yes, many times.
Mm,
And I didn't even
share with the
know.
people.
I had no idea. I'm figuring it out now. The
Mhm.
word, the terminology.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but a lot of the things and discussions and communications
Hmm.
and even heated fellowship
Heat
was
fellowship.
about territory.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's being the firstborn and being, that person, that little, parent. Um, yeah, still today, I have to talk to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because that girl wants to come out. That person wants to come out. In just decision making, because I did make great decisions. You know what I'm saying? I think I was I'm a great sister. I made great decisions you know after a while. So thinking probably that,
After a while.
yeah, with experience,
With experience. Yeah, yeah.
thinking that my contribution was the best
Mm,
at times, you know, my contribution to whatever it is that we're discussing, whatever issues we have, is
mhm.
the best solution. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
You
I
you
think it
thinking that.
comes back. Oh yeah,
You thinking.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so I find the same. I find the same thing. It's always a struggle for power, until you realize it's a struggle for power.
Right. And sometimes, you've allowed yourself to be thrown in the in the middle of all this, I would say, I don't want to say chaos, but
It
the
can be
moment
chaotic.
it can be chaotic because of those things, because of that firstborn, you know, I don't know, what would you call it?
So yeah, so one thing I notice is that there's no back down in you.
Not much.
There's no back down. It's like I'm like,
Blame it on the first child syndrome.
that's what we did.
Yeah,
We did it for a
yeah,
while,
yeah,
but then after
yeah.
that, you
But
grown.
sometimes it
Like
sneaks in.
it's like we say about people about cheering and problems. That was
Sneaks in.
right. It's sneaking, yeah. Like we say
I'm
with
I'm 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 aware.
right, like we say with children, who've had issues early on. You know what? You grown now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was cute when you
Mhm,
was, when you was a teenager and when you was in your early 20s, but you're a
mhm.
30, 40, 50-year-old man now.
But think about this too. It's funny. Um, Even now, grown,
Mhm.
you know, you still play that role.
Oh no,
That
that
role will
that
never,
road
ever, ever leave you.
that road never goes away.
Never goes away.
That road never goes away.
Because we are still the first ones
Hmm.
when things happen. I'm fortunate enough both my parents are here, still here with us, and they still important things. They'll be like, hey,
Hmm.
you know, and so at times it's a fight because you still play that role even though we're grown. We still play that role.
You talking about it's a fight in
Yeah.
our relationship because
No,
outside of the
no,
relationship,
it's what I'm saying is that sometimes it brings you back to that role, that young man, that girl, and then in our relationship, it I'm like, oh goodness, okay, yeah, I have to put her away.
give me an example. Give me an
I
example.
have to put her away. I mean, just anything. I mean, a lot of times anything, simple things. It's nothing complicated, just simple things. I find myself, you know, like I said, fighting for territory in small
Look,
things.
so let's see if this is one of those
What?
things. Like every time I ask you a question, you ask me a question.
Right. That's important, I'm sure.
That's got to be a part of it.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
know
I
why?
want to know why.
I'm like, my
Mhm.
baby can.
I got
Well,
it.
what you do? I'm like,
Why? That's true.
I'm like, who you? What?
That's true.
Answer my
I'm gonna have to
question.
ask my parents if I've always done that. I'm gonna have to ask them.
No. I'm saying as a product of being an oldest, because if you're an oldest, then you're kind of in a parental mode. And when kids ask you for something, the first thing you ask them is a question to
It's a
qualify.
question.
You ask
That's
them a
right.
qualifying question,
Right.
because
Right.
you don't want to just jump into something and get, and be suckered in
Because I've learned.
because
I've been suckered in a lot.
experience has taught you that.
I even do that with with our grandkids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mama V, can can I? I'm like,
What you want that for?
What? Yep.
Yeah, why you want
I
to do
made
that?
them explain the whole thing.
Yeah.
And what did your parents say? Have you spoke to them about it?
Yep.
And depending on what it is they need me to do, I reach out to their parents because you're not gonna get me
Right.
caught up
But
in
then
anything.
that creeps over into our relationship.
Yeah.
And so like to so much so the other day, I said, "Hey, babe, something." She said, what, this, that, and the other." And I went, "Could you just answer the GD question?" Oh,
Yeah.
and I started like, "Oh,"
It's pretty much second nature.
and she like, "What?
It's pretty much. I'm like, what the problem? I don't
What's the
understand
problem?"
what the problem
I'm
is.
like, "The problem is I asked you a question. Answer me before you ask me another question."
Mhm. I get it, but
Yep.
it's
And by the way,
it's
I
there.
did not holler.
You didn't.
I just said it in a very, very stern, firm, low tone. I didn't holler. I did so well. Because if y'all remember,
It's instinct.
I endeavored, for the people who are just catching us on this live, I endeavored to never raise my voice at my wife ever again in our entire relationship until we die, till we leave this earth. If it's not hollering and telling her to get out the way, to move some
Because of danger.
because of danger, then I'm not hollering.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
It's that's something that I've had to work on because that part of it, because it's second
Oh no, you
nature to
still
me.
holler.
No, I'm not talking about that part.
What you
I'm
talking-
talking about the asking questions before I answer.
Yeah, because that's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
really,
sure it would be.
to the point where you ask a question, I just keep walking.
Sometimes.
I just keep walking. Then you come back,
Because I ask questions without even thinking
and then
about
you
why
come
I
back.
want the question answered.
Then you come
really.
back all soft. A while ago,
Mhm.
I said, what you want?
He's like, never mind.
And I'm like, I was trying to ask you a question,
Mind.
but it's okay.
Yeah. I forgot. I forgot what the question was.
I handled it.
Oh, I forgot what the question was.
Mhm.
I'm like, no, you did.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's one thing. That's one way. So, but the answer is, what's the workaround? So whenever I'm being the eldest and I'm doing, things, but I don't really make decisions without you. I don't do that. I don't, make edicts. I don't, tell you to do stuff.
No, you don't.
I don't, you tell me to do stuff. Though. What's up with that? I'm just easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
They're just things that, need to be, some things are pressing. So
What things are pressing?
I've learned to give friendly reminders in the middle of all of your things.
Like what?
Like just last week.
What?
Like the 6th is approaching in a couple of days. Try not to be a because I'm used to just saying things.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. She
So,
reminded me
yeah,
that
yeah.
we need to do our things for our insurance.
Yeah.
We got to take this little class so we can get discount. She's like, the 6th is
And
in a few days.
Yeah. No, and I reminded you last week that the 1st was coming up, that we
But-
needed that hurricane season was like
And when you did that,
Yeah.
thinking that I had forgotten, what did
Yeah.
you find out?
that you had not, that you had
And I had
already
already
you had
handled it.
already handled it. And I'm like, well, come on.
I'd already handled it. I don't be forgetting.
Start doing
She think I be forgetting everything, y'all. She's
No,
thinking,
no.
but that's the part.
being that person, because it's all,
We're-
you know what I'm saying?
We're managerial.
Yes.
The oldest,
Yes,
oldest
we
are
are.
managerial.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're not even thinking, it wasn't it was an unconscious
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Just trying to make sure that we did not allow that date to come and go.
Yeah, we could.
Because it's just been
So
busy.
what she's talking about is hurricane season is approaching here in Louisiana and the Gulf
It
Coast.
is approaching.
I thought it started on June 1st.
1st.
Okay, well, it was approaching. It was approaching.
That's what I was like.
No, I said it was approaching June 1st, and so it's here now.
Mhm.
And we wanted to switch our insurance over, and whenever hurricane season starts, just for y'all who ain't in this area, what happens is when the hurricane season starts, everything starts to get real tense. But if there is a storm in the Gulf, a named storm in the Gulf,
Yeah.
or anywhere, I think it has to hit the Gulf before. Like if there's a named storm in the Atlantic, it's okay.
Once there's
But I think once it's in
named
the Gulf,
storm, then they will not.
no, I think it's got to be in the Gulf, because if it's a named storm outside of Florida, I think we'll still be at the right.
I don't know.
But yeah, but you can't write a policy. So
No.
we wanted to make sure we were in full, because if we would have had to take that hit with the policy that we had, which we went through the last storm with, we had ACV, actual cash value. For those of y'all who aren't in this area, just really, call your insurance agent. If you have a tornado or something, make sure you covered. If you're not in the hurricane area, make sure you cover. Even if you're not in a flood zone, you should have flood insurance.
Yes.
And we're telling you this because as married people, that's something that we don't ever talk about. With this, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and we didn't talk about that until Rita.
Yeah.
Until
because
2005.
we were fine.
We bought the house in 2004.
Yeah, we were with Allstate, and so everything that happened was covered.
Right.
So even if we'd had
It
water,
was
for
easy.
some reason we were covered.
But we didn't have flood insurance.
But we didn't have flood insurance. So explaining that, meaning if you have a water heater in your ceiling or air conditioning in your ceiling, and that thing overflows and you have water damage, that's not covered if you don't have flood insurance.
Right.
If a pipe bursts and floods your floors and you don't have flood insurance, something happened, or if it rains and it comes into your house, that's a real flood. But anything with water on that's called flooding. And insurance agents chime in if I'm wrong, but you need a separate flood. You need a separate flood insurance, because I don't, we don't want no problems.
Right.
We don't want no issues. So back to us. So in my family, we have a huge extended family, right? And in that family, the eldest, the elder thing was still very important. And from watching TV and that train getting down. From watching TV and movies and stuff, and you check out other cultures like the Nigerians, the Koreans movies, the Indian Bollywood movies, Bollywood and Hollywood, and I don't know if they call Korea wood, but anyway, but those movies and the Japanese movies that they translate, being an elder is you respect your elders. And so you're not even related, and somebody older than you is using the elder card. You know what I'm saying? And it's so ingrained in the system that it works.
Right.
I'm your elder. Hey, chill out. I'm your elder. Or whatnot. But in my family, my extended family, that's how it was. It's like, and even to this day, we talked about that whenever we went to my move. And I was like, isn't it wild how these, I was talking to my cousins, because it was my Uncle Morris's kids. They were the basis of the event. And I said, isn't it wild after all these years how the system still works? I said, because she will tell you, hey, go get this for me, and you just go, and you don't even know why.
It's true.
I pull that one in and train them all the time. But all of my younger cousins, hey man, go get that for me. And they'll get it, because that's what we do.
Right.
And when older cousins come to me and be like, hey, Sean, I'm like, I'm walking away, and I go, hey, we grown. They be like, yeah, you gonna get it from me? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Because I want that same respect.
Right.
I want that same respect. And so that's the thing. So, but I mean, I don't know if we're really helping the people about how we get through it, because so how do we get through it? How do we get through it? I can tell you how I get through it, but I mean, I talk a lot.
How do I get through it? I have a lot. it's about having conversations in my head to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we're, first children, we have all of this baggage that we brought into in the way, we used to live our lives before we got married, got together. So it's about trying to unlearn
But
things.
those traits are also why we get along. So I'm
Right.
gonna tell you right now, those traits are one thing that attracted me to you.
Okay.
Because, for me, when I was looking for a spouse, well, I wasn't looking.
No, we were not.
Side note,
We were not looking for a spouse when we got
we were just kicking it.
we were not looking for
We
a spouse.
we were just kicking it, like legit.
But God saw fit.
But God saw fit
Mhm.
to connect us, and
Yeah.
and I had to listen.
Yeah.
I had to listen, and you had to say yes.
Mm.
But where are we going with that? But, so yeah, so we're together. The thing that attracted me to you was that you didn't need me
Mm.
because I'd been in relationships where people were very needy.
Mhm.
And I was like that. I can't be who I knew I was going to be, this person here that's like,
Mhm.
I was like, I can't be that person if I got to be worried about a home,
Right.
you know? And I was like, ooh, I was like, she got her own house, her own car, her own job. And she be telling me, look, I got my own money.
Mhm.
I got money. That was her favorite thing. I got money.
Yeah.
I got money. I'm like, I'm trying to bless you, fool. Chill. But you ain't got to buy that for me. I got money. That was still sexy.
Yeah, I don't say that anymore.
You don't. You do not. You like, hey, give me some money. I'm like, girl, go get the money. No, I want you to give
I
it to
want
me.
you to get it.
I'm like, ooh,
Make me feel
yeah,
spoiled.
yeah. Well, hey, look, let's talk about that later. So I can't tell you. Look, I'm legit right now. I can't tell you how much money we got in the account. I don't know. You do that, you won't. You be riding me blind. We look. A red letter could be coming to the door at any minute. I would not know. That's how much I trust.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course,
That's
they
a
say you're supposed.
beautiful thing.
Of course, they say you're supposed to inspect what you expect. So I probably should be checking every once. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, you should.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, so I mean, that spoil should be like, hey, look, whatever you want, what mine is yours, yours is mine.
Well, it is. I know that.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I just want you to bring it to me and say, "Hey," like you did the other day with that check.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Be
I'm a
like,
cash it. Here
be
you
like,
go.
hey, don't put that in the bank. You take that, girl. Take it, girl. Take it.
And I did.
I mean, like that's so symbolic. But if that's what gets you juicy, hey, go ahead.
That put a little pep in my step that day.
Come on,
You
that's
know,
what I'm talking about.
you know,
We got
even I
another check
had.
right there. You can have that one too.
Well, okay, just sign it. I'll take it.
Just sign and I put it in. Yeah. So to answer the question, for me, what I do is I remember that you're only child, and that not only that you're oldest, and I subconsciously, now I don't consciously say, oh, that's because she's the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that you're just like me in a lot of ways. So when dealing with you, and I understand that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you
and
think about it.
I make allowances for it because I understand that the reason I married you is also the reason that you give me fits.
I give my own self fits.
Well, hey, you're
Sometimes
you're a fit.
depending on the situation, I
You
give
a
my own
fit
self.
giving somebody.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
You a fit giving
Mhm,
somebody.
mhm,
But yeah, so I mean, that is pretty much it. Just be considerate. As the firstborn, you want to always just do and manage and tell people where to go and what to
mhm,
do.
mhm.
You set expectations, you and doing that is cool, but you also have to realize that the person on the other side is exactly like you in a lot of ways.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just be accommodating and
Mhm,
considerate in
mhm.
that aspect.
Yeah. I don't think I was always that. even growing up, I was the big sister, and kind of like I guess in ways I laid laid the law down.
You did.
Yeah.
Angela say, and she hit hard too.
you know, uh, so maybe at times I took it to the extreme, but it was about a respect thing because I was like, okay, so y'all, oh, okay, oh, so y'all, oh, we doing that, okay, so that's when I had to show them,
You had to
like,
flex.
yeah, that's like a parent, you know what I'm saying? They'll let you go,
So long.
and then for so long, and then all of a sudden you be like, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to, you getting too big for your britches. I'm gonna have to drop you down a peg or two.
Yeah, me and Erica used to be in there like cats and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
She would
Mm-hmm.
always say, "You can't do that." I'm gonna. No, you can't. I said no. My cousin Sherry used to babysit me. Oh man, she was babysitting me, and she was so. Oh, she would be like,
Excuse me.
"No," and that used to drive me. Oh, I'd be so mad. I'd be ready to fight. She, no, I said
What she
no.
mean?
She wasn't mean. She was just petty.
Okay.
She was just petty.
Yeah, because that's a
And
difference.
she didn't say no. She said no with a tongue, with a tongue. No.
That's
That
funny.
used to make me so mad. I used to come and she would get me. She would get me, and she would like, she just like basically,
It's funny.
she was
Mm-hmm.
tall too. She's like holding. I'd be like fighting stuff, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna get you back. I said, wait till I get big. I'm gonna get you back. No, you ain't. I said, I'm gonna get you back. And she was talking smack one day, and I told her, I came by. I was in high school, I think it was. She was talking smack one day, and I went and I gave her a frog in the leg. Told you I was gonna get you back.
Oh Lord, we waited all those years.
I waited years,
You
got her
talk
back.
about petty.
Oh, I mean, she made me petty.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
I ain't got no problem being petty sometimes. You know that.
Yep.
I can be petty.
Mm-hmm.
I can be petty.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all. So we hope this helped y'all. Basically, it's really simple. Just be considerate.
Yeah.
Be considerate and also articulate. Say it if you feel some type of way about
Mhm.
what how the other person has dealt with you.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, like you did the other day. Hey, when you said that a while ago, it made me feel,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
But
I've learned.
I want to clarify. Nothing that somebody else does can make you feel anything. You choose to feel it.
Right.
So with
Oh, it
that,
was a fact that I was choosing. Make no mistake.
but to keep things simple, you say, what you did made me feel, I try to remember to say, when you did that, I felt da 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 da,
Right.
you know,
Right.
because that's what I chose to feel. I felt that way. That
Mhm.
was my gut feeling. That was my initial reaction, and I felt this, that, and the other, da da
Yeah.
da, and we go from there,
Right.
you know. But
Absolutely.
but yeah, pretty awesome, huh?
And our dynamics, we have so many dynamics.
We got a lot of
We have a
dynamics.
lot. We have a lot.
We have dynamics on top of dynamics.
Yes,
Our
we do.
dynamics have dynamics.
Yes. 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 We make it work though.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, we make it
And
work.
it's not always a struggle. It's that we keep those things in mind.
Right.
We know what they are. We keep them in mind when we're dealing with each other. So things are a lot um less I wouldn't say chaotic, but we
Keep
don't.
going to that chaos, man.
Yeah,
What's up with
no,
that? What you
the
feel? You feel
friction.
and
There's
and
not
you
that
feel
much.
that?
There isn't much friction.
Got a little gravy on your chest?
No, there isn't much friction
Yeah, we don't have friction.
because we figure those things out. You know.
Yeah. So and we understand that, and also that we understand that we got to live each other for the rest of our lives because we've
Mhm.
chosen to do that,
Yeah.
and we've chosen that it's not an option to not be together. So
Hmm.
you know, there was only one caveat for me, and I don't think I have to worry about that.
No.
I think we're good. I think
Right.
we're good.
Right.
But anyway, uh, we've shown you that you can be two bullheaded, strong-minded, unreasonable oldest children and still be married and have a better marriage daily.
I have a quick question
Go
though.
ahead.
Do you think that when people see me, they see that, or they be like, oh, she's just, oh, Vanessa just
I don't know. It depends on when they see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if
It's
they
funny.
like if they
I don't
see
think
you
I appeared that way.
if they see you
Yeah.
in church, if
Yeah.
they see you in a
Yeah,
social
they don't.
circle,
Mm.
not necessarily, but when they see you walking through the city, you don't have a I don't want to talk look on your face. So
Yeah,
you know, it just depends.
business,
Yeah, business,
business.
all
Yeah,
business.
all
She
business.
ain't playing around. I
I
don't
had
think.
to, yeah, I've had to learn to kind of walk through this life differently because I realized that even as a little girl, my face was business. That trips me out, but it's true.
Yeah, you looking at people like,
No, I wasn't even looking at them. I was like looking through them. I'm like looking like I was focused
yeah,
and I just that's just I had no I mean I had a business face on my whole, aura
you
was
were not
like
open.
no,
You were
no, no,
closed
no.
off.
I've
You
had to
didn't want
work at
any
that. Yeah.
interactions that you didn't want
Right,
to have.
right.
Yeah, that was how you
That
was when I met you.
right.
But you know,
Yeah.
I've
I've
always
had
had a bad understanding.
that's true.
So I was like, I
That's
don't
true.
care what you're trying to say. Hey, you
That's
want
true.
to dance? Let's
Because
dance.
the reason I ask that is that people see you and then you just bring this, you have this thing about you that you're bright, you're light, you're funny, you're, approachable. And then you have this little wife that I am, but you have to look past all of that.
Well,
Yeah.
when you're with me in a social circle, you have have adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's no longer what you give off.
Right.
But
Well, that's great. That's great to hear.
back in the day, you were, unless they were talking to you,
Right.
you were
Oh
like,
yeah.
you were like, you did that at the Grammy party. We talked about that. We had the Grammy. She come meet at the Grammy party. We talked. We in this big old networking situation. I'm talking to this guy. His wife is there, and Vanessa's just like, after she met the lady, right? And after we sitting up there, she's like,
I was
I
just
can't
standing
even
there
talk.
listening.
I can't even have the conversation because I
I'm
am
just
feeling
listening.
this chilling chill right here. The lady's over here, and Vanessa's right there, and I'm feeling this chill, and I'm looking, and I can't because she don't take face signals.
I
We
wasn't
working
paying
on it.
attention.
We working on it. But she was like, "I'm here, huh?"
I was managing my
She's
I
like,
was managing
"I'm here, huh?"
my
You got me here,
I was
huh?
managing my thoughts.
So yeah, so there are times in which yes, people go, how
And
is he with her?
yeah, and the fact is that that our roles. I mean, our roles. I mean, we are the oldest children. So for me, I'm like, I don't have to be any kind of way.
Talk to you. I can talk to you if I want to talk to you.
I don't have to be any kind of way.
You don't. You don't. You,
You know.
you can just be whoever you want to be,
Mhm.
baby.
And I
And
was being who I
you will
was.
be who you wanted to be. And
No airs.
I had to adjust
No airs.
or make
That's
you
funny.
aware that there's
Yeah.
somebody that you probably needed to be talking to or should have been, being cordial to because you're in their space. You know what I mean?
But I was chilling. I was just
That's
chilling.
that's an older person thing. Well, what? What?
It is.
I'm here. What?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's funny. The reason that I brought that up because I just realized that that's an older person thing. You know what I'm saying? An only child. That syndrome. That whole thing. It goes together. I just thought about it.
Okay.
I'm like,
I don't know, man. We'd have to do more research on that. But until next time, this is Better Marriage Daily, where we help give you tips to love each other in spite of each other, so that you can have a better marriage daily. I'm Sean.
and I'm B.
So until next time, we'll holler.